truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time.
PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the New England Patriots. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Columbus. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Burrow's throw here hauled in by Cup. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's got some space here. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play there for the Patriots.
This is going to sound crazy, but that type of a carry, big-time run, actually brings a high and a low to it. The high, of course, is the run. But the low, he didn't quite get to the end zone, just short of the pylon. What do you think he's doing in the huddle right now? Guaranteed he's lobbying for the football.
Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown, Patriots. Cooper Kupp, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He dumps it off for Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Joseph Osai in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This from 44 yards out, left hash.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Henry. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And what a big-time play there. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. Kamara trying again. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Explorers have taken the lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. A check down here for Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That'll be caught by Kupp. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Burrow. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Nagar's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A give. This is Kamara. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Wilson.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Again, it's Henry. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On the ground, this is Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson flushed out right.
Open man right side is Tony.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Powers past him at midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joe Tryon just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run. This is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Now Burrow.
Flush to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for New England,
the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.